Hi everybody, it's Alex Newton from K-lytics, today with the Kindle market trends for March 2018. So let's have a look. In our Trend Watch, we start off with looking at the developments of some of the Kindle category bestseller list, and we not only look here at a point in time, but in fact we look at trends as they happen over an 18 months period. And the first bestseller list I want to have a closer look at is Teen and Young Adult, which here over time we've seen this steady rising trend. It cooled off a little bit in January, February and March, but we discovered something really interesting within Teen and Young Adult when we took a closer look at our big database of some 3,000 genres. And this is the bestseller list here for Teen and Young Adult Historical Fiction / Medieval. And you see the average bestseller rank. It started out of nowhere about 18 months ago here around 60,000 as a sales rank 60 to 50,000, so that's really not very good, but it's been showing this improvement over time. In fact, in the last 12 months alone, we've seen a sales rank improvement of 79%. So enough reason to have a closer look at the books in this bestseller list here. So when you go on Amazon and have a look at this Amazon bestseller list, so apart from the occasional romance title that you find in each and every one of those, you see immediately the type of books. They are in fact teen and young adult oriented historical medieval books here, both for female and others for more male audiences. Let's have a closer look at some of the books. Fantasy of Freedom here is one. Then if you go to the next one, The Key, the True Reign series, Enemy's Queen, Rebel's Blade, War, the True Reign series. You get the idea in here. Fate Marked, more oriented towards probably the fantasy and gaming male type of audiences. Crown Shield, another one here in the bestseller list. And if you look at the overall bestseller list here, there are only some 400 titles in it. Some of the authors here, Frost K. If you look at the books, you immediately see what this is about. David Estes here with the more gaming, fantasy-oriented titles. Michael Weishart is another example, and Wayne Grant with a number of books here currently in the bestseller list. So as just said, about 424 titles in this bestseller list is really small, and if you only take the English ones, I think it's even just below 400 titles. And compare this with the performance. So if you plot it on our K-lytics strategy map, it falls right here into the zone of hot sales in the green zone. And if you're a K-lytics member, I invite you to have a closer look at the complete category performance in our elite database. All right, let's have a look at some other trends in fiction right now. Romance top 100 performance, very stable, high up there. It remains the #1 bestseller list on Kindle. Closely followed here, mystery, thriller, and suspense, where you see a good trend, very stable. Sci-Fi and Fantasy with a solid start into 2018. And also good news from a pricing side. The mystery, thriller, suspense prices here pretty high up, with obviously a number of traditional publishers in the bestseller list, but you see the pressure has eased. This is the price development over the last 18 months, which is, pretty stable right now and around the $6 mark at this point in time. Then also Sci-Fi and Fantasy, we've had some 2 years back, there was quite some volatility in here. Now it's also stabilized here, the average price. And romance, although much lower in absolute terms, you see also the price has come back up over the last 4 months, and we're finally back up above $3 as an average price, which is very good news. All right, then fiction versus nonfiction. If we go into nonfiction, the blue line, you see that things have cooled off here a little bit as we started into the new year. It's usual that in springtime, nonfiction is trending down. Although here, pretty stable. Health, fitness, and dieting. I invite you also to check out the special report with a 10-year trend analysis we did on health, fitness, and dieting. Self-help took a real dive here in March 2018. Quite surprisingly, although, okay, after all the New Year's resolutions are gone, this is obviously something that can happen. Business and money also with a dive in March 2018. So it seems All the non-fiction categories, many of them have cooled off here a little bit as we started into the new year. Here, parenting and relationship and politics and social sciences, which has a very good long-term development with all the political debates going on, but people also here in March started to get a little bit tired of it. All right, so if you want to have all the data, I invite you to join us here. If you're an elite member, you get access to all our genre reports and the database with more than 3,000 Kindle categories. I invite you to visit us at K-lytics.com. That's K-lytics.com. This is Alex Newton from K-lytics, ebook market intelligence for success.